Hey, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Random Thoughts. Um, I want to talk about people. Well, I don't want to start this one off. I guess would be about wasting time on people who are not. I guess I don't say wasting their time on you. I say a lot of times that we are focusing on people or have our minds on people or try to spend time holding on to people that may not want to be involved in our lives or may not need to be involved in our lives. Um, I would say this. There's been times where I spent time and energy um, at the detriment to myself, trying to worry about uh, people that aren't focused on you. And I know a lot of times it may not always be a bad thing. Uh, Necessarily that people are not in your life anymore. Sometimes people, and I think I talked about this before, sometimes people, their time in your life is just run its course. And we're still trying to hold on to people when their time in our life has passed and you see the signs, but you just don't want to admit it. Other times, it's when a friendship or whatever other kind of relationship people have has kind of had its turn or, taken a turn, and we still try to spend time trying to get it back to the state that it was before. And a lot of times you can't turn the clock back because there's been something that's happened, there's been something that's been said that you can't take back, you can't get back. And and it and is and I would say it is difficult trying to get a moment back in a relationship, and I'm just saying relationship just in general. Uh, Especially when that person that you're trying to get back is no longer the person that you remember. When I say the person that you remember, sometimes people go through changes, and just as you go through change, you could go through a change, and your mindset is different. The things that you want is different. Um, your expectations are different, and you can have people in your life who still are trying to see you and interact with you as if you were that same person. A an example of this would be family members that you don't see for a long time. When you finally see them again, sometimes they try to put you in that same box that they're used to dealing with you in, and they're not able to. Uh, it's a sometimes jarring for them. Even I don't know why, but because you're not that same kid they're used to dealing with. And it could be the same thing, when you're dealing with somebody else. You know, Sometimes somebody can it could be a gradual change, or sometimes it could be something that somebody's been changing slightly or, over time, and we not either notice it or we want to accept it until something big happens and we're forced to stop and be like, okay, they're not the same person that I think they are, that I thought they were. And being somebody changing is not a bad thing. You know, Ideally, we're all supposed to change. We're all, should be still changing and evolving. Um, But like I said, sometimes we are trying to hold on to people when their time in our life has expired, or maybe we've come to a point to where we see that they no longer deserve a place in our life. So I guess the question is, what and just thinking about this now, is there a thing in your life that you're holding on to? It doesn't even have to be a person. I just thought about it. Is there a person or a thing that you're holding on to in your life that no longer has a place in your life? Um, when I say a thing, it could be a certain habit, something that you used to do that you're kind of getting away from for the better, but then you kind of start backsliding. There would be certain activities that we used to do that no longer has a place in our life. And thinking about it, that would probably be a good conversation to have with somebody about what is a thing in your life that you no longer have time for, that could be a detriment that you're trying to hold on to. Um, and I guess something else, a question for other people would be, um, is it worth trying to hold on to people or things? Um, and I'm not talking about the things that, obviously maybe a detriment to you, or things that need to be pushed to the side. Is there something to trying to hold on to a friendship to try to make it work? Or should you just be like, yeah, this is it. It is what it is, and just save yourself time and, you know, and headaches. So, yeah, I think that's a good question. That's a good end off point. Uh, so yeah, let me know what you think. You can comment below. Please like, share, subscribe, and be sure to check out my main podcast, Bold Expressions, on wherever podcasts can be found. Thank you.